Hey guys, here I am in Shapleigh, Maine. And in this video, we're going to talk about what Shapleigh has to offer. We're going to talk about some of the businesses that are located here. We're going to discuss activities, where you do your shopping, in some of the neighboring towns. Shapleigh's kind of a bedroom community. We're going to talk about a downtown area, and then we'll also talk about some of the restaurants in Shapleigh. And if you stick around to the end, I'll take you up in the air in some areas that I thought were really interesting and give you a bird's eye view of what it looks like. And we're going to get after it right now. My name is Michael and my partner is Margaret, and if you'd like to learn everything there is to know about living in southern Maine, then click subscribe and tap the bell so that you can be the first to know about the current market in southern Maine. We get calls and text messages every day from people just like you, looking to move in 9 days to 90 days. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. We can help you make a smooth move to southern Maine. All right, let's bring up my favorite map of York County. Let's take a look at Shapleigh right there. That's the town we're talking about today. You can see that to the north is Newfield. It's bordered by Waterboro on the east and Alfred. I'll do videos on those towns as well. You've got Sanford to the south, which is where you're going to do most of your shopping and restaurants, although there's some great restaurants in Shapleigh. I'll be sure to point those out. And to the west, you've got Acton, which shares Square Pond and the Mousam Lake with. So let's drill in a little bit more with Google Maps. Okay guys, here is Shapleigh right here, outlined in a dotted line, and you're about, from Shapleigh to the coast, if you want to go to Kennebunk or Wells, you're looking at 40 to 50 minutes depending on where you live in Shapleigh. So again, Shapleigh is a bedroom community. There really isn't much of a downtown area. There are a bunch of businesses though. So if you're in Shapleigh, you're pretty much doing your shopping in Sanford. That's where you're going. Now, some people might go to Waterboro. It's further though. So most people will travel to the northwest side of Sanford, just below Springvale, to do their grocery shopping at like Hannaford's, or they'll, truck it all the way down to South Sanford to Walmart or Shaw's. All right, let's just zoom in a little bit here, because what I'm going to do is I'll get the camera out while I'm driving, and I'm going to pan the camera so give you an idea of what some of the businesses look like along Route 109 here. So what I did is, when I did the introductory, see that thin blue line there? That's where I was walking for the introduction. If you want to try to find that, the dam. I just parked right there on the side of the road. But I'm going to turn my camera on while I'm driving and pan the camera both sides of the truck as I travel up here to give you an idea of what some of the businesses look like. It's not really a downtown area, but there's Parker's Boathouse. I'll be sure to point that out. And then I'm going to park the drone at the foot of the Mousam Lake, because this is all the Mousam down here. All of this is the Mousam Lake. Great, cool boating, and you can go under that bridge depending on how big your boat is. And then you can go up the Mousam Lake, which that's huge, right? And the town shares the Mousam Lake with Acton. So I'm going to drive up 11 up this way and show you some of the businesses up there before I head this way over towards Square Pond. All right, let's get to it. So this is 109, guys, and I'm going to show you some of the businesses. If I went through the woods there on the left, I'd hit the Mousam Lake, and just going to pan the camera left and right. This is both a residential area and some businesses along here. A lot of businesses, like Parker's Boathouse coming up, bait shops, that's a residence. There's older homes in this area as well as new construction. Parker's Boathouse, I told you I'd point that out when I got to this area. And then on the left here, we've got some, I guess the guy sells Adirondack chairs. And these are residences on the left. Now we're going to come down this hill, and it's going to open up to the Mousam River, right? And there's that little bridge where you see those two vehicles going to the left. They're going to head over towards Acton. We're going to hang a right and go towards Shapleigh. I'm going to park on the right. We're going to get the drone out, and I'm going to give you an aerial view of the area. Okay, guys, here we go. Up in the drone, and we're looking up the Mousam Lake. And I'm going to pan the camera to the left too to give you some idea. Now it looks like there's not a lot of cottages on there, but this lake is pretty much fully built out with cottages all along the lake on both sides, pretty much everywhere. There's some areas where there is no cottages, but it's pretty well built out. So just want to give you a view there of what it looks like. I'll pan left, and then I'll show you the public beach. So there's that little bridge that I told you can drive some boats underneath it. That's the Acton Trading Post over there. Fuel, for your boat. They'll put their dock out. You can see it all stacked up there. It's early spring, so, people haven't got their docks out yet. But just give you an idea of what the area looks like. So that's Acton on the left of Mousam, and across the Mousam there, that's Acton. On the left is Shapleigh. That's looking back up 109. And there's the public beach. So you will see quite a few cars there in the summertime if it's a nice day. And people know the lake is flooded right now, so it's up high. That's why so much of the beach is flooded. Good, at least probably 1.5 feet right now. So, all right, let's bring the drone down and get back in the truck and show you what the area looks like. All right, guys, so I'm heading up the right side of the lake in Shapleigh. Just wanted to show you what some of the cottages look like here. And, if you forget, remember, this is a rural area. That's why I'm not showing footage on the right of the road, because there's nothing there. It's just woods. But, if you forget milk or something like that at the store, you've got the Acton Trading Post right at the base of the lake, okay? So it'll give you a good idea of what it looks like in this area anyway. Okay, now I'm going to give you some more footage, guys, of what it looks like. We're going to drive. I just showed you some footage along here. There really isn't too much along this area of Route 11. So I'm just going to zoom in. We're going to just past the Shapleigh Fire Department. I turned the camera on again. We're going to go over this little brook, the Pump Box Brook. And we're going to come up here, the Shapleigh Town Hall. Now, it's not much of a downtown area, guys. If you blink, you'll miss it. But and then I'm going to take a left. I'm going to run the camera along this way, down this way, and turn it off. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Just going to pan the camera again, left and right, guys, to show you it's rural. So if you're looking for more affordable housing, you can get away from the lakes. Shapleigh's got, reasonable taxes. You can find some great affordable housing in this area. Just want to give you an idea of what it looks like. There's the Pump Box Brook right here. And then we're going to go up the hill. Town Hall will be on the right. There'll be a church on the left. There you go. The Shapleigh Commons will be across the right street on the right. I'll pan the camera there real quick. Yep, the gazebo. And we're going to see it's really not much downtown. The food pantry's on the left. And we're just going to keep driving along here. I'm going to pan the camera left and right. There you go. That was kind of like a little village area for Shapleigh. Cute little town, but rural. You pretty much, if you need something in Shapleigh, you're going to get in your car and you're going to drive to Sanford. Or like I said, Waterboro. Most people probably go to Sanford, though, because it's got the big box stores, Walmart, Tractor Supply. It's got Lowe's and, the big car dealerships, Nissan, Ram, Jeep. So, this is really kind of a bedroom community to Sanford. You get reasonable taxes here. You've got the high-end properties on the waterfront, and you've got the affordable housing with still access to the water. Use the public facilities to launch your boat. So Shapleigh is a great area to live. Let's take a look at Google Maps again, just to make sure you have your bearings. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cruise up, still on Route 11 here, on my way north, and up towards, headed towards Newfield. And I'm going to go by this area right here, there's a marina, huge marina, boat storage. And then we're going to go up here by Boonies Country Store. If you're checking out Shapleigh, you've got to go to Boonies. Get something, find an excuse to go in there and get something to eat or something like that. So everybody in Shapleigh visit Boonies, whether they like it or not, at some point during the year. Okay, great little store. And then we'll talk, after I show the footage, then we'll talk about some of the lakes. Okay, there's that boat storage coming up here on the left. So you see a lot of that in areas. Now, a lot of these boat storage places aren't even on the water. But thank God they're there for people who have boats and don't want them sitting in their yard all winter long. Then we're going to cruise up here. It's rural, guys. A lot of Shapleigh looks like this. And I'm just trying to point out some of the areas that are more, representative of the town. There's Boonies right there on the right. So you can get fuel and you can go in there and get something to eat. Make sure you check it out. All right, let's talk about waterfront properties in Shapleigh, Maine. So if we zoom in here, you can see that this is the Mousam, and I've shown you some footage there. Now, a little bit about the Mousam. It's, the source of the Mousam River, which goes through Sanford and through Kennebunk. What I should point out here is it's long and narrow, and what I notice when I go boating on Shapleigh, it's a nice lake. It's clean. A lot of signs that say no wake zone. Got to watch the rocks in this pond, but really beautiful, very built up with cottages. So I like it a lot. I prefer Square over the Mousam. It's going to be more expensive to find real estate on Square Pond. Square Pond's kind of known as kind of a party pond. Hopefully the locals don't mind me saying that. But it's fun. A lot of water skiing, a lot of activity. They got Treasure Island here. They've got properties out there you can get to by a ferry. So Square Pond's really nice. Make sure you check that out. Now, those are the big lakes, could be landing planes or something like that on those lakes. But the smaller lakes, let's not forget about those. Now, there's this little tiny lake, Shapleigh Pond, but there's not much going on there. But let's head over to the east, the northeast a little bit here, and we have Granny Kent Pond right here. Now, it's built up. There's cottages all the way around this. This pond is spring fed. It is gorgeous. It's not very big. It's like 54 to 60 acres, something like that. But I just picked up a couple of listings here on this pond, and it is really, really nice, super clean. It's going to get a little bit warmer because it's so small. The max depth on this pond is about 20 feet. So you can water ski on it. It's very small, but just a great little pond. You also have Silver Lake up here, which is nice. You can find properties along there. And right here, you've got the Pine Springs Lake. So, you've got quite a bit of waterfront property in Shapleigh, and Acton's the same way. So if you're looking for waterfront property in southern Maine, Shapleigh and Acton are the two towns you need to look at. If you're looking for affordable housing, Shapleigh's also the place to look, because look what's out here, guys. It's just woods and fields and farms and affordable housing with reasonable taxes. So definitely a town you want to check out if you're looking for waterfront properties or affordable housing. I wanted to bring up Zillow, guys, and I selected single family homes only that have sold. So this is not listings. So let's just zoom in here and see what we have for prices. So, 400,000, 377,000, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 315, right? 200,000, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,000 square feet. So if we head over to the lake, 500,000. And sometimes if they're across the street, you'll find something a little bit more reasonable price-wise with water access. Now remember the left side, that's Acton right there, but it's basically similar prices. Okay, so that's Square Pond. Square Pond's going to be a little more expensive, 500,000. $1 million right there, 500,000, even out on Treasure Island. You can see that these properties, remember it's a ferry to get there. So in the wintertime, it may not be a good choice to buy something out on Treasure Island, 700,000. But, get away from the lakes, it starts to get more expensive. Let's head over to right there, the Shapleigh Pond. And we had Granny Kent right there. Looking at Granny Kent, we got 215, 250, 300, 300,000. Yeah, just an absolutely awesome pond. And let's head over here. Silver Lake. So, if you're looking for an affordable summer cottage on some of these great ponds, or, affordable housing if you're starting a family, you're going to find some of your more reasonable real estate in Shapleigh, Maine. Okay, let's talk about the school system for Shapleigh. So Shapleigh is going to be part of the Massabesic school system, which is largely in Waterboro. Alfred, Lyman, the surrounding towns participate into share a school system. You'll see that in most of Maine. You see that in a lot of the country, actually, but it's the Massabesic school system, which is very good. You can search on Massabesic school systems and ratings to learn more about the school system. We've got to talk about restaurants in Shapleigh area. Hey guys, if you like this video, or at least you're learning something from it, please give it a like. I'd really appreciate that. Or if you have a comment, maybe I missed something, feel free to make a comment down below. Please be nice. All right, let's talk about the restaurants. If we're in Shapleigh here, there is very limited restaurants. Beyond Boonies, like for lunch, which is fine, you're pretty much going to have to leave town, except for one restaurant, and I'll get to that in a moment. You're going to come down, you're going to go to Acton. Okay, you're going to come down Goose Pond Road right here, or you're going to go down to the base of Mousam and cut over here to get to either Willie's Ale Room on 109, which is very good, family style restaurant, good food, or you're going to go to Irontail Saloon, which is right by the Acton Fairgrounds. Again, watch my other video. I do a drive-by there. Irontail Saloon, it's a family style restaurant. It's a lot of fun, so we're definitely worth checking out. Or you're going to go to Ted's Fried Clams right down here. Ted's Fried Clams is probably the only restaurant that I know of in Shapleigh. It's very good, so if you're in Shapleigh, you're going to check it out at least once in a while. Stop in. As promised, here we go up in the drone. Just go right up, yeah, there we go. And just want to pan the area. Mountains off in the distance. There's the Shapleigh Fire and Rescue right there. Serves the area. And pretty much this is what you get in Acton, Shapleigh, Lebanon, parts of Sanford. When you get away from the coast, it gets rural fast in Maine. Still great area to live. Great restaurants. These bedroom communities are certainly worth checking out. I hope you're enjoying the video. Guys, if you found the video informative, please click the like button. It helps other people find our video. And remember, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. And until next time, we hope to show you around town.